Hello there, welcome to Heart Explained Therapy. Do you want to know why everybody is dumb? Do you want to know why everybody is stupid? Sounds like a bizarre statement, doesn't it? And you think I might be talking about these morons who go out in their housecoat and slippers to the local shop, or even worse, send their kids out in pyjamas to get them 20 fags from the local shop. I'm not talking about these people. I'm talking about intelligent people in high paid jobs. I'm talking about government officials. I'm talking about people that are classed as motivational speakers. They are all really, really stupid. And there's a reason for this. It's because they don't know anything about themselves, they don't know anything about the reality that we live in, and therefore they don't know how to communicate. The only way they do know how to communicate is in a way that is completely biased to themselves and their experience of their past. Now let's just go into this for a minute. You know that when you go out in the world, you generally believe that you're the only one that exists in the universe. Not objectively, but there's a part of you where really, when anyone speaks, you only answer on basically what you've experienced, what you've done. You can't really do anything else other than have an opinion based on your preferences and belief systems. Now, sometimes you can get conscious that you're doing this and be a great listener. You can understand somebody. You can actually not have an opinion. This makes you a little bit higher up on the old conscious awareness level. But if you look at what some people that you think of as very intelligent human beings, what you will find is they're completely biased to their desires and attachments. They are completely biased, unconsciously conscious of their past experience dictating what they say and what they do. They have a personal agenda that contains nothing other than maybe a few family members if they're lucky, or a few other believers of the same, i.e. cult, group, whatever you want to call it, tribe, somebody who believes in the same belief system. Now this is very important to understand. It's a reason why GPs don't have a clue about mental health. It's a reason why psychiatrists don't have a clue about mental health. They only know what's from a basic textbook, which is based on education that still contains Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung as the leaders of psychology, who came out of an era of the 1900s, for God's sake. Not disregarding their work, at least somebody was doing something worthwhile on psychology, but we still don't understand the fragment of the universal collective, which is our mind. So we can't be intellectual. We can only be that boring intelligence, which is basically your intelligence based on the information that you have memorized in your life. You're basically classed as intelligent if you know a lot of things about a lot of things that don't really matter about a lot of things that you know a lot of things about. It's quite dangerous that we put these people in this position. Elon Musk is the one currently in the limelight of being an entrepreneur, a great person, someone to look up to. It's based on the amount of wealth he's accumulated. The amount of wealth he's accumulated doesn't mean that makes intelligence. That makes intelligence in a very unconscious will that is based on greed and wealth. It doesn't mean or is going to help any part of our future as a human race or a human one collective organism that we are projecting forward at a really fast race, stuck on computer games and mobile phones and plugged into mini hits of serotonin every time we want to, because we are so scared of going into that void, which is super creative and super intelligent and actually makes us understand reality. We are so stuck in the ego defense of anything that is different than what we've known for, what we have remembered in the past. Our memories have created us today and will create us forever after today. And we will not change from this crazy sort of cycle. So everybody's done. You can speak to everybody now, and what you can do is you can witness their dumbness. You watch the TV, you hear a news story. The news story has projected to you that basically a political party has decided to go to an Arabian country because we believe that they are going to form a terrorist group that is going to be a danger to us in the future, and we must try and eradicate that. What we're actually saying, if you break down everything in the world, that simple ideology, what I've just said, is actually that before the terrorist group comes into our place of work, our place of living, our country, and brainwashes us with an ideology that isn't the same as ours, we're going to do that to them for them to believe in our ideology, because our ideology is higher and worth more than their ideology. And there we have, in a nutshell, white people creating terrorism. And we're saying that terrorists attack us and we don't like terrorists and terrorists are bad, when we are the ones that create it. And we can go into every aspect of every part of the world where you say that I live with a narcissist person and that narcissist never ever changes. What do you do with a narcissist? Well, I chuck them out once a week, but always take them back when they apologise because I'm morally correct. So you cause a narcissist behaviour. A narcissist can't be a narcissist without a victim. It is all the same. It's this ridiculous paradox, this illusion. And if we understand this, we can actually get intelligent for the first time and understand that we're all quite corrupt. We're all very selfish. We don't ever even know how to commit a selfless act, really, if you've come to think about it. The pharmaceuticals are taking loads and bags of money into the bank every day when there's natural free stuff from planet Earth that we can have. There's loads of evidence that psychedelics and cannabis is really great for Parkinson's and mental health and seizures. However, it's all banned and is classed as illegal, even though it's just a plant that comes out of the earth. It's like saying my tree in my back garden cannot be viewed by me and they have to put it in a glass box because it's illegal, even though it's growing in my garden. Ridiculous. We cut off the borders and say no immigrants can come into our land, even though there is no borders, it was created by man. This is the intelligence that I'm talking about, that you out there do not know. You do not know this perspective. It is common sense. I'm not saying anything that's ridiculous. If you break it down, it's purely common sense. But everybody seems to be very happy to be dumb. We have evolved from a monkey into this. And for me to say that this is any different to a monkey, I think the monkey doesn't drop litter on the streets or on the beaches when it goes out with his family sunbathing, and I hope you are picturing monkeys sunbathing because it's pretty funny, isn't it? They don't litter, they don't abuse their children, they don't emotionally abuse their children, so they wonder at the age of 25 why they've left home and why they're so fucked up in the head. It's because you've projected all the shit that you didn't sort out in your life onto them. Monkeys also don't basically take and consume every bit of energy. I mean, yes, they get a few bits of plants and get a few bits of wood for a shelter. They consume a little bit of energy, but my God, they don't drop their face mask on the walk every 10 yards, do they? We are dumb. We have the gift to be super intelligent, and humanity is wasting it by being dumb and not seeing what's plain as day, which is everything you project to be wrong in the world is every bit of pain that's inside you that's wrong with you. Simples. So carry on watching the advertisements, carry on watching the materialism, carry on projecting to all of those beliefs that you have. Go and find God, go and find spirituality, go and find a good book to put your head in. Bury your head in the sand, because thank the Lord it's over in 90 years. My only problem is, with any terrible luck, I will probably get reincarnated as a human being all over again. And I wouldn't want to do that, because we are dumb. Absolutely dumb.